Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this short video, I'll explain what is a complex number, and we'll try to solve rectangular to polar conversion and polar to rectangular conversion with the help of Casio calculator. So as the story goes that taking of under root 4 was possible at the ancient time. Under root 4 or under root 6 or under root any real number. In this case, under root 4 will be 2. But a problem came when the mathematicians tried to take under root of negative number like negative 4. So this was a problem. And then some intelligent guy, he came up with the idea that if we write minus 4 as under root 4 multiplied by under root minus 1, and if we imagine a term called I whose square will be equal to minus 1, then it is possible to get the under root. So under root of this will be 2 and under root of this will be I. So we can take under root, and that is why this number is called imaginary number. It's not real number, it's an imaginary number. Someone imagine this number. And when we write a real number along with the imaginary number, so real number plus imaginary number, like it is written here, 3 plus 2i, then this becomes complex number. And electrical engineering, since we use I for current, therefore instead of I we write J. So 3 plus 2J, and a more formal way of writing is actually 3 plus J2. Now there are two forms of complex numbers. Actually there are three, but I'll just talk two. One is called the rectangular form and the other is called polar form. Now let's see. The rectangular form is written in two parts, the real part plus the imaginary part. So if this is the axis, real axis, and this we assume is to be imaginary axis. So x is in the real axis and y is in the imaginary axis, and the sum of the two is z. So like if you have a number 4 plus j3, then that means 4 on this real scale and 3 on the imaginary scale. And if we try to take magnitude of z, which we call here as I, this could be square of the 2 and plus under root, and solving we find the value to be 5. And what is 5? 5 is this value z here. Let's see. And the angle phi, okay, this is phi r, and this angle can be found by this formula. Angle is tan inverse y over x. In our case it will be 3 over 4, and if you solve this you get the answer 36.86. so this angle is 36.86. Now we can find this answer easily with the help of a calculator, and we'll first of all discuss what is rectangular to polar conversion. Here also we are doing rectangular to polar conversion. So like this number 4 plus j3, when we convert into polar form, that is magnitude and angle form, it will be 5 angle 36.86. If there is another number 3 minus j4, we'll get magnitude 5 and angle minus 53.13. So let's see with the help of a calculator how to do it. Make sure your calculator is in composite mode, not in complex mode. And now we'll enter this, and we want to convert this rectangular into polar. So here are the two buttons that we'll be using. This is for converting into polar. Look here, and this is for converting into rectangular. Now to use these two buttons, we have to first press shift. So let's do that. Shift. Then we want to convert this into polar. So polar. Now we'll write 4 plus j3 as 4 comma shift comma and 3 bracket equal sign. So the value will be R5. So this is 5 and angle 36.86 So angle 36.86. Similarly 3 minus J4, shift polar, 3 shift comma minus 4 equal sign 5 and angle minus 53. So this is how you use your calculator to convert from rectangular to polar. Now, how do you convert from polar to rectangular? Similar technique. If we have, let's say, 40 angle 50, we will get this answer in rectangular form. And if we have, let's say, angle 10 minus 30, we'll get this answer. Now let's see again. Now here we are going to convert from polar to rectangular. So shift and rectangular, 40 angle 50, so 40 shift comma 50 bracket close. So the value will be 25.71, that is x, and then y will be 30.6, so we'll write in plus j 30.64. Similarly for this number, shift rectangular 10 shift comma minus 30, and the answer is 8.66 and y is minus 5, so minus j5. So this is how you do rectangular to polar conversion and polar to rectangular conversion with the help of your calculator. Now I'll just talk about a special case where you have to be careful. If the value is given like this, negative sign, negative angle 30, and you try to convert it into rectangular form, you will get an error. So let's see. Shift rectangular minus 10 shift comma 30 bracket. Okay, so we are getting a math error, and the reason is that minus 10 and angle both does not really match. So what we have to do is we have to convert this into the negative sign, we have to do away and convert it into angle. Now let's see this line diagram. This is positive 10 and this is negative 10. So with the positive 10, if we add 180 degree, then we go to negative. Or if we subtract 180 degree, then also we go to negative. So what we'll do, that instead of negative, we'll add 180 degree or we'll subtract 180 degree, and then whatever is the value, now you can easily solve this. And let's clear this and try to solve. Shift rectangular. Now if you use, let's say I'm taking this 10 shift comma minus 150, so you get a value minus 866, and also y you have 5. So this is how you take care of the negative sign. And similarly, if the angle is minus with the minus 10, you will exactly follow the same technique, that either you add 180 or you subtract 180, and then you solve whatever is the answer. So I hope you have been able to follow this. Thank you.